Much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it louder?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna work. Don't worry.
Done? Okay. Yeah? Cool, thank you.
What? No, I have. No, I have.
This? Ah.
That is me.
Yes.
And that's Emma.
Oh, I
But
bring 2 bottles.
okay, but one is enough, I think.
Okay.
And this one?
But
maybe? Yeah.
not this one only. But good. This is hot. If you have cold hands.
Can you, in the quarter time, can you tell us cards, numbers,
really like.
and bring? Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Cool.
Good.
Just bring this one.
Yes. Can you make a good one?
Celine, do you have your coin?
Yes.
Thank you.
I do have captain. Do we need to call the captain or the table will? Laura?
Are you guys calling the captain for the coin toss?
They come.
And the other one?
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just fixing the... Hello.
You want to stand in the middle? Hiya, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, stand in the middle.
So I have the elephant. You can choose the face or the bottom.
The face, of course.
Face. Bottom for you. It's
Face.
Face.
Okay. We start in the side.
Okay.
So Australia take the ball?
Yep.
Good.
Okay, good luck.
Have a good game, girls. Good game.
Good luck. Have a good game. Okay.
Good.
Welcome from the Wujin Hockey Stadium in Changzhou in China. It's the Women's Hockey Champions Trophy 2018. And coming up is a game that is going to see the world number 3 taking on the world number 4. We've already had Great Britain versus China. That finished in a 2-2 draw. Next up, it's Australia taking on Argentina. And then the last game on day 1 will be the Netherlands, the world number 1, taking on Japan. Next, it is the Hockeyroos, as Australia are known, against Las Leones, the Lions of Argentina. And it should be an absolutely astounding game because these two had a really tight tussle in the World Cup in the quarter-final, and it was a feisty affair as well. As we see the two umpires making their way out onto the turf, and the players will be following. It's been great to see so many young children here taking in the action and hopefully being inspired by some of the top players in the game, in the women's game around the world. A few new faces in both the teams, 3 uncapped players in the Australian squad. And so it'll be interesting to see how they fare up against an Argentina that's also rebuilding and trying to climb back up the world rankings and also get amongst the trophies again. And the players just lining up now in the centre of the pitch before we have the national anthems. Very chilly evening here again in Changzhou. The first national anthem will be the national anthem of Australia, as Emily Smith, the captain, has always got a smile on her face. Argentina just getting their players together.
Argentina.
The Australian national anthem, and now we'll have the national anthem of Argentina. So the national anthem's finished. It's now just a few handshakes and then we can get the game underway. Should be an absolute cracker of a match, this, because the quarter-final was a feisty affair in London back in July. And I'm sure they'll feel there's a few issues to be settled. As we look at the Australian lineup, players to look out for in this match: Penny Squibb wearing number 6, making her Australian debut. I believe that Jane Claxton, wearing number 18, is also going to be a very important player in the midfield for Australia, alongside Brooke Paris in the starting lineup. And if you look for Emily Smith, she's also going to be a key player, always popping up with a goal when you need it. Turning our attention to Argentina, well, Belensucci, she was involved in some of the controversy in that quarter-final match, and I'm sure Australia will be wanting to beat her. Delfina Marino, the captain, is always lively. Maria Granato seems to have struggled a little bit of late, but she'll be looking to really make her mark in this tournament. And Maria Ortiz is another player for Argentina that is always an excitement machine. Our umpires for this match are Celine Martin-Schmetz from Belgium and Emma Shelbourne from England. Our video umpire is Ivona Makar from Croatia. That's beautiful in Croatia, and that was a beautiful smile from Ivona. And hopefully she'll be smiling at the end of the match, not having had to make too many tricky decisions. It will be Australia to push back and get this match underway. Emily Smith goes straight back to Jane Claxton. Jodie Kenny. Who's to Maddie Fitzpatrick. Argentina straight away look to go on to the attack. Kenny involved, and strong challenge. Not going to let that one. Are they going to let it run? Yes, she is indeed going to let it run. That's Lucina von der Heide, or Luci, as she's better known amongst her teammates. And it was a 0-0 affair at the World Cup, and it was just settled in a shootout. And it was, of course, in the shootout where Belansucci appeared to take out Jodie Kenny and injured her in the process, and there was a lot of conversation afterwards as to whether there should have been a card issued. It's all history now, and it's just one of those conversations that will probably go on for a while amongst these two nations until the next generation come through. Into the D it goes. Just defended away, and that was clever defence onto the foot by Penny Squibb. So that will certainly make her feel a little bit better. Coach Agustin Corradini was appointed in May 2017 after winning the Junior World Cup gold medal for Argentina. Maddie Fitzpatrick eventually getting the whistle. Maria Ortiz, the player, penalised. Paul Godoyne is the coach of Australia. He took over at the beginning of 2017 as well. So both coaches been in the hot seat pretty much the same amount of time. For those of you who like your history, this is the 97th meeting between these two teams. Jodie Kenny. Short pass into the midfield, trying to turn is Claxton. Two Argentina players following it. Argentina dropping players back. That's thrown over the top. Marino will give chase, but it will run all the way through to Rach Lynch, and Lynch may let that run into the goal. She's going to have to watch it. Marino is sliding. Reminiscent of Charlie Brown, wasn't it? Slide, Charlie Brown, slide. Brazil just leaving the ball behind, and Argentina say thank you very much, and now they start to throw a few bodies forward. There's a little bit of urgency about the way they're playing, swiftly moving. A little show and a turn, and fortunately for Argentina, the pass was too far ahead, and it goes harmlessly out of play. Agustina Orzeleni with the pass. And just running all the way the length of the pitch. Will be a 16 for Australia. Moves out wide again to Fitzpatrick. That's good skills shown by Greta Hayes. Patrick again. He's up off the Argentina stick, and Rosie Malone brings it under control inside the circle. Good defence in the end from Argentina, though they just waited until the ball ran away from Malone and then pounced. A slightly slower tempo to the start of this match than we saw in the China-Great Britain game, where China really came out and took the game to Great Britain. These two, though, are well-known opponents for each other. Australia ranked 3 in the world. Argentina ranked 4 at the moment, and they'll want to be higher up the rankings sooner rather than later. Great intercept there. We're now coming to Claxton. She's dispossessed. Argentina looking to slide that diagonally. It was a very good pass in the end. Managed to pick out Yankunis. Yankunis goes infield. That's a very good pass too to Alonso. Alonso into the D. And they were running in, but nobody could get the touch to deflect it past Lynch. Looking for that pass and so close to getting a touch. There's Milagros Fernandez. So the danger signs already there. Argentina showing. You give them a sniff, they're going to be there. It is Fernandez again on the ball. She concedes the free hit this time, and the pass just didn't come off for Comerford, and now Australia find themselves on the back foot again. Into the D it goes, needing to keep the ball alive. Good play inside the circle. Across the face of goal, into the pads of Lynch, and it ricochets away. Still, though, with Argentina, Edwina Bone now keeps her stick down and gets possession. Goes to Rosie Malone, and off the side of the stick it goes over the side of the pitch. Argentina already showing they do have some live wires up front and can create opportunities out of very little. Malone now feeds it to Kershaw. Kershaw accelerating forward, always one of the exciting players in the midfield for Australia. She plays a short pass to Greta Hayes, one of the newer faces inside the team. Back to Kershaw. Greta Hayes was one of the players at the Junior World Cup where Australia won bronze. Argentina, plenty of reward at the moment down that left-hand side. Picked up by Carrie McMahon. That's Eddie Bone. Finds Emily Smith. Smith with a little bit of space. It's infield. That's a good pass again. Feeding it forward. Next and into the circle. There's plenty of physicality in this match as well. You expect both teams not shy of putting their bodies on the line. Eddie Bone put under pressure, turned away. Goes down as well. Managed to get the pass though down the line to Hayley Paget. Just injected it again. Paget though caught from behind. Well, in fact, both the umpires having to confer. Bone looks to play it forward again to Paget. Paget got a little bump in the back, not blown, and the ball ricochets away. Suchi slips as she saves. Hayes it was who got the shot away inside the circle. So Suchi just looked as if she was slightly leaning back as she made that save. It wasn't a difficult save, but just looked a little bit off balance. Number 18 just being told to keep their stick down by the umpire Martin Schmetz. Trying to work out whether that was Victoria Souza or is it Paxton that was getting the warning. Eddie Bone to Carrie McMahon. McMahon to Brazel. Brazel tried to turn but ran into a brick wall. Maria Ortiz. So almost a trick from Smith. She should collect the ball. She does now along the baseline, looking to cut back. Good defending again. Penalised though is Van der Heide. Smith plays on quickly, looking to just dink the ball into the circle. Play on is the call from the umpires. And Argentina just hit that one down the line. Approaching the final 5 minutes of what has been a very cagey first 15 minutes. Caitlin Nobbs. Maddie Fitzpatrick able to carry almost to halfway, then feeds it to McMahon. It's passed down the line though, was cut out well. It was well read by Maria Ortiz. And that's a great pass forward as well. Leaving it behind was Martina Cavallero. Paris now pulls away. The stick just across her body, just impeding her and slowing her down, and the free hit going her way. Paris, who grew up in the Northern Territory, I'm sure she'll be finding it extremely chilly here in Changzhou. Free hit this time goes the way of Argentina. Mentioned Martina Caballero. This is her 199th international match today. So she'll be looking forward to the next outing, which will be her 200th game for Las Leonesses. That will be against the Netherlands, so that'll be a game to remember. Knobs, short little pass into the D, but it doesn't go to a teammate. Comes to Argentina. Long corner for Australia. Kenny plays it out wide to the left-hand side of Maddie Fitzpatrick, first time down the line. Paget trying to just weave her way along the baseline. Lovely turn. Across the face of goal, great deflection, and Malone has given Australia the lead. Rosie Malone just ghosted in. Argentina were not paying attention, and Malone has given Australia the lead. Well, it was good work along the baseline, a lovely turn, and just pushed it in front of the keeper. Malone getting ahead of the defender. Maddie Fitzpatrick with the run, and Malone just anticipating and getting there quicker. Too much space given to Fitzpatrick and allowed to play that pass into the circle. And Rosie Malone just stepping ahead of Habif. So Australia take the lead. Agustina Habif just caught on her heels there. And Argentina have paid a price. And Tejeda plays the ball square. It's well cut out by Brooke Paris. Trying to dribble away. Got a little bit of fortune there. They say fortune favours the brave. That pass has then just been deflected by Agustina Habif into the body of Kalindi Comerford. So free hit to Australia, and the wily Eddie Bone just calms things down. Eddie Bone, who led her Canberra side to a bronze medal in the Australian Hockey League, which was no mean feat. Maddie Fitzpatrick, who will be buoyed by setting up that first goal, and Comerford now, a little bit of space, but she got that pass all wrong and just played it over the sideline. Turn on halfway coming from Sanchez. Slides the pass to Granato. Granato was looking for the run down the flank, which never came, and just pushed the ball over the side. Paul Godoin talking to the players on the side. Be very pleased with this start. Good turn again coming from Kershaw. Another free hit to Australia. Rudy Kenny again makes her way forward to Fitzpatrick. Come on, Australia just hang on to this and run the clock down. We're in the final minute of the first quarter. Maddie Fitzpatrick, and available was Carrie McMahon. McMahon now carries forward and shows as if she was going to pass, feeds it for Fitzpatrick. Good pass forward from her. And that's a great ball to Malone inside the circle. Malone looks to beat Suchi. Malone's got a second. Well, what a run by Rosie Malone. It was a brilliant pass from Kalindi Comerford, and Malone accelerated onto the ball, ran along the baseline and just popped the ball past Belen Suchi. 2-0 Australia. Here's Comerford's pass to Rosie Malone. Along the baseline she goes, beats one, goes underneath Suchi, and in the goal. Well, maybe the final touch, in fact. Has the final touch come off the player at the back post? It may well have done. May, in fact, be Rebecca Griner's goal. We'll have to probably get confirmation. I'm not sure it crossed the line. I think Griner may well have got the goal. And that will be great for her because made a debut the other night against China and she had to miss out on making a debut back in September for the Hockeyroos because she got injured pre-tournament and injured her thumb, had to withdraw from the Four Nations in Japan with a broken thumb, and Naomi Evans replaced her. So Rebecca Griner will be very happy about that. The hooter goes, and that is the end of the first quarter. It's been a very good first 15 minutes for Australia. Go into the break with 2 goals to their name. Argentina yet to score, although they looked the dangerous team in the opening 5 minutes. At the first break, it's Australia 2, Argentina 0.
Bring it in. Right tight, really tight. Feels good start, okay? Really solid start. Couple of things. Number one, they're playing a fair bit of 60. Okay, so our engagement line. Good to make a couple of passes, but like the last one, just a little bit.
So here are the highlights. Maddie Fitzpatrick did really well, played it across the face of goal, and Rosie Malone just got ahead of Agostina Habib and just poked it past Belensucci to open the scoring for Australia. Suchi, there was very little she could do, had to react very quickly, but a good touch from Rosie Malone. It's a lovely turn though too from Maddie Fitzpatrick, and good pass into the danger zone. And the 2 Queenslanders combining well. And here was Malone again. Comerford's pass, she got it underneath Suchi. The big question though is whether Griner got the final touch or whether it was in fact Rosie Malone. Again, they are Queensland teammates, so they won't worry too much, I'm sure. Does it cross the line? I don't think it does. I think it is Rebecca Griner that gets the goal, and she'll be the one credited with it, I'm sure. Malone was already celebrating, but almost kept out. The players back out now for the second period. Marie Granato, and that's Delfina Marino, the captain. She took the defeat in the World Cup really badly. She was the captain of the team, obviously, as she is at this tournament. She said there's a huge responsibility, not only just playing for Las Leonas, but also captaining the side, because hockey is the #1 sport for women in Argentina, and there's a huge expectation that they continually achieve. And that was just taken over the side. Just a lack of concentration by Sofia Tocalino. A lovely turn again from Fitzpatrick. They're going to get sick of seeing her do that now. It's Paget, plays it on to the foot of Habib. Malone just dispossessed at the top of the circle. Argentina looking to inject a little bit of space if they if they can. Cutting in from the right-hand side was Marino. Marino still on the ball. Marino, whose brother Gonzalo actually played in the Pan American Cup, so apparently her parents are hockey mad. Her brother obviously now part of the family dynasty as well. Oh dear, that was a mishit pass, and Tocalino took a tumble and Malone took it away, and now it's Caitlin Nobbs. Nobbs finds Perez. Perez helps it on immediately. Smith, though, was just trying to turn and the ball never ran for her. Thrown over the top by Argentina, and that was always going to go out of play. Quietness fallen over Eugene Hockey Stadium. I think they're a little bit surprised at Australia starting this match so well. Maybe the locals would have expected Argentina to be the ones coming out and claiming the lead. Going to try and get around the back. There was Cavallero on a team a long corner. Valencia Habib plays it to the left-hand side, sliding the pass diagonally. Comerford cuts it out and manages to find Kershaw. Kershaw and Habib running forward. Kershaw plays it wide, was looking to just play that one into the path of Jane Claxton, but didn't manage to do so. And card has been issued to Agostina Habib, so she's not having a good day at the office. Beaten to the ball for the first goal, and now gets a green card. So 2 minutes on the side, and Argentina down to 10. Cavallero into the circle, it goes, it beats everybody, including the defenders. Comerford, short little pass from her. And a clever little, wow, not so clever. It was clever from Maddie Fitzpatrick. There's Habib on the side. Across the face of goal. Lynch had to come off a line quickly and use her pads. Argentina with numbers inside the circle. 16 awarded. Umpire ideally placed. Argentinian players coming into that 5-metre zone when the aerial pass was thrown. Malone just stood her ground and they came in and made that pass dangerous. That's why the free hit went Australia's way. And Malone now getting another free hit as she just deflected it up off the Argentinian stick into their body. Fair to say, Argentina look a little bit shell-shocked at the moment, I think. On to Fitzpatrick. Eddie Bone, a little bit of space, pushes it down the line, but that was well read and good defending again from Argentina, and then played into the feet. And Hyder read that really well. She had a fantastic World Cup, in my opinion, for Argentina. Playing at the back, Vicina Ronda Hyder. Oh, it's a good pass, but Kenny read it well and just stretched out. It's a good idea going infield from Milagros Fernandez. Kershaw just losing out in a fair old tussle in the midfield. Comes out wide now to Tocalino. Just runs out of play again. Australia look to get on with things really quickly. Greiner immediately playing on. Driving through the midfield, Greta Hayes, free hit goes her way. A lot of new names in this Australian side. Paget, Hayes, Greiner. There's 3 of those. And you've got Squibb as well. Bedoin looks to set up for next year. Malone with another sharp shot, earns a long corner. Umpire very clear where she wants the long corner taken. Must be directly opposite where it went out of play. This was Malone's shot. Running away from goal and just coming off Von der Heide's stick and over the baseline. And this time the Australian player encroaching on Agostina Alonso's space in the midfield. Alonso trying to play it forward. Jodie Kenny got a touch. Kershaw touched it momentarily. Goes now to Habib. Agostina Habib back on. Argentina back to the full quota of players. Coach Agustin Corradini was almost getting on the pitch there when the ball was coming out of play. Just a flick forward, brought down well by Maria Ortiz. One corner won by Argentina. I would love a goal before half-time. We're almost halfway through the second quarter. Pushed back by Alonso. Von der Heide. There's a beef to the right. Von der Heide fires it in. Kenny had a stick low down, got to deflect it away from the danger area. Now Comerford and Smith combining. Over the side it goes, Australia's ball. Kershaw, though, didn't stop the ball, so we'll have to come back. And right on the case was Emma Shelbourne. Good to see. So many players do just tend to, with the self-pass rule, not actually stop the ball. So possession in the opposition's half, 61% at the moment for Australia, although they've had the greater number of turnovers. They've also had the most interceptions. Knobs. Paris dispossessed, but trying to win the ball back, and in a fair old tussle with Trinchinetti. Beef goes back and looking to close down quickly. Good effort coming from Rebecca Greiner. Argentina, though, turn defence into attack pretty rapidly. It's well blocked, and Brazil gives away a free hit. Argentina play on very quickly. Brazil that time, it was all stick. Habib trying to get the better of Paget, gets a free hit. Paget apologises. The stick just a little bit dangerous. Into the circle it goes, and out of play. Almost pleading was Trinchinetti for a free hit at least. Penny Squibb doing well. Brazil coming into fairly heavy contact with Florencia Habib. Two Habib sisters. Agostina is slightly older, 18 months older than Florencia. Now it's very hard to tell the difference between the two. Certainly at a long distance it is, and even close up it's still pretty tricky. Penny Squibb, down the line it goes. I'm sure they'll all be glued to their TV stations in Tambalup in Western Australia. Penny Squibb hailing from that country town in Western Australia in the southwest. West of Western Australia. From behind it, there's the square pass and missed completely, and goes out of play on the far side. So Australia again looked to get on with play quickly. Unfortunately, gave possession back very cheaply there. A little bit of space for Cavallero, but coming off the bench, Claxton read it well. Now Brazil in the midfield being chased, and chased hard by Granato. Emily Smith now trying to get the better of Von der Heide. And played into the foot of Granato. And Maria Granato just hobbling a little bit after taking that blow to the foot. She was such a lively player when she burst on the scene, Granato, and twice the FIH Young Player of the Year, and you just feel now that she's an established player. There's this expectation for her to continue to do what she did then, and maybe she's just finding things a little bit tougher, and people are much more aware and do their homework on those special things that she can do. The final 4 minutes now of the first half. Played on quickly again by Ortiz. Ortiz playing the ball down the line, looking for Marino. Marino gets the free hit. She decides to leave the ball behind for Toccolino. Toccolino didn't really get the connection she wanted. It will be Argentina's ball, and again it was not a good connection coming from Florencia Habib. Von der Heide scanning, and then just flicks it in the air. That's a very good pass to pick out Toccolino. Toccolino goes off the stick of Comerford. Long corner to Argentina. Von Hider looking for the run in the side the D. It was almost a very well directed pass, but unfortunately for Caballero, she just couldn't get on the end of it. Fitzpatrick, still a little scoop over the top to Kenny. Corradini feeling the ball had gone out of play. Good work again, cutting infield now from Hayley Paget. And Paget wins the free hit. And Argentina being told they must retreat before they make the tackle. Argentina would have really liked a goal in this quarter after Australia getting 2 in the first. But of course, the coach, Agustin Corradini, will have time to regroup his players during the half-time break. So again, Argentina just encroaching into that 5-metre area when the high ball is thrown. No free hit going the way of Greta Hayes as she tried to barge her way through. Renato helping it down the line. Marino couldn't bring it under control, and Bone will just shepherd that one out of play. Marino does work so hard for the team. Makes it very personally that she's the captain. She has to inspire. She has to make things happen. Eddie Bone pressured by Granato. Granato steals it off Edwina Bone. Looks to go left, then right into the circle. She goes Granato. Marino is impeded. Penalty corner. Well, I'm sure Granato would have loved to have had a shot. The penalty corner has been awarded, and that's the Maria Granato we're used to seeing. Just that low centre of gravity, changing direction quickly. She looks to go one way, then the other, and then was impeded. It's the stick check there by Caitlin Nobbs. Makes it very easy for Emma Shelbourne. And now Rach Lynch has to be on her mettle. Good trap, top of the circle, swept low. Australia have done well to keep that one out. A little bit frustrating. There was not a great deal of power on that flick. 40 seconds left now in the first half. Argentina worked so hard to win that penalty corner. See it again here. It's a good trap. And they were looking for Caballero to get the tip in. Gorzelani aiming for Caballero, but it just didn't have the speed, and Caballero couldn't get there either. And that will be the final play of the first half as the hooter goes. And it's been a good one for Australia. They've managed to prevent Argentina scoring, but Rosie Malone got the first goal. Becca Greiner, I believe, got the second for Australia. Granato almost created something for Argentina, but at the half-time break, it's Australia 2, Argentina 0. Now the Australian players getting off Rachel Lynch, deep in conversation. And the Argentina players almost trudging off a little bit disconsolately as we take a look at the highlights now from that first half. And it was Argentina who were really lively early on. A good ball into the circle. Maria Ortiz trying to create some space. Lynch, well placed as she always is, just to make sure she could make a good block at a near post and deflecting it away. In fact, that was Jan Kunis with the shot. And Maddie Fitzpatrick took the ball the 5 metres, spun, went along the baseline, laid it across the face of goal, and Rosie Malone got ahead of Agostina Habib to deflect it home for Australia's opening goal. Lovely bit of play by Fitzpatrick, but also just as good from Rosie Malone, who anticipated the pass, got ahead of the defender, and had a really good deflection as Suchi was moving the opposite direction. And then Kalindi Comerford fed the ball to Rosie Malone. She beat Suchi underneath, but the ball was kept out of the goal, and it was Rebecca Greiner who got the final touch and got it across the line. So Malone denied a second, and it was Greiner, you'll see here, just gets the final touch. And that made it Australia 2, Argentina 0. Good work again from Malone. So fleet of foot. And Greiner perfectly placed, and the bench and the captain enjoyed it. Turn our attention to the stats now from that first half, and well, Argentina 41% possession in the opposition's half. That just shows you how dominant Australia were after that opening 5 minutes. They've won the only penalty corner, 5 circle entries, 2 shots, and 4 circle entries, 1 shot for Argentina. When they get in the circle, they're going to have to get more shots if they want goals in the second half. All the action coming up after this break. Welcome back to the Woojin Hockey Stadium. It is Australia 2, Argentina 0 in match 2 of the 2018 Hockey Women's Champions Trophy. And they're getting plenty of the action on their phones to record that they were here watching It will be a great tournament. It's just the first day, and it promises, from what we've seen, to be a really good one. Even the pandas are here. And I'm not sure what that is. But it's good we've got a few mascots doing the rounds of the ground. But I should just mention, we thought that Rebecca Greiner had been given the goal, second goal, and it's been credited officially by the officials to Rosie Malone. So Malone has a double in this match officially. So Rebecca Greiner's just going to have to wait a little bit longer for her goal. They're all turning up. It's almost like the rugby sevens, fancy dress. It's a little bit shy. Good to see the Dutch here just keeping an eye on things. I think she's taking a photo of the two in front. It's not a selfie. There's been plenty of entertainment down on the pitch, there's no doubt about that. It's the 97th meeting between Australia and Argentina. Australia have won 40 of those matches, Argentina 29, and they've actually drawn 27. Of course, their victory in London was in a shootout, but that's officially down as a draw. Just waiting for the players to make their way back out for the second half. The umpires are already down below us. They're all waving as they're on the big screen inside the stadium. You can see everybody rugged up. It is a rather chilly evening here in Changzhou. You can see down below me the Argentina players making their way out. Marino jogging out, and she'll be hoping to try and inspire her team. The Australians making their way out as well. 1 minute 30 left on the official clock. And Australia have switched their goalkeepers. Ashley Wells coming on for Rachel Lynch. Balansucci still under the bar though for Argentina. Ash Wells from the hometown of Morwell in Victoria. Started hockey with the Churchill Hockey Club. Plays for North Coast Raiders now in Western Australia as part of the Australian Institute of Sport program. So is there a way back for Argentina? Or are Australia going to go on with the job? They certainly look relaxed. That's often a dangerous way to be. Just to say again, Rosie Malone credited with that second goal. So she has 2 in the match. It will be Argentina to push back and get the third quarter and second half underway. Waiting for the official clock to count down. It's 10 seconds to go. Again, we see the players just jogging on the spot. It is a very chilly day here, or evening rather, and so they're just trying to keep warm. I'm sure that's why they're trying to come out at the latest possible time as Argentina push back. And the aerial pass thrown high, very, very high, and dropped like a stone. Australia, though, with possession. Malone. They just cut back infield. Malone thwarted, though. Strong tackle coming in. Into the circle it goes. Good defence by Argentina, and having to dribble it all the way across to the corner flag, and then surrounded by Australian players. But Agustina Habib doing well there. It's Habib who's penalised for a foul on Vinnie Brazel. Penny Squibb goes back to Jodie Kenny. To the circle it goes, and Emily Smith looking for, she was calling for a push or a foot. For a split second it looked as if she might consider referring that, but then opted against it. given possession again rather easily. Malone couldn't get that under control and looking to play on quickly. And the free hit, though, is in fact Australia's, not Argentina's. So Victoria Souze had to get back into a defensive position. She's again taking it over the side. Malone this time will leave it. Penny Squibb smashes that towards the circle, but Souze gets the touch and it goes out of play over the baseline, long corner. Squibb again goes backwards to Nobbs. Kenny now using the width of the pitch. Like a deflection off the foot. Renata doesn't agree, says it was off her wrist. And the ball now beats two. Still going. Legs running like pistons, just pumping up the pitch. And a little bit of space now for Argentina. Granato was forward, just deflected away inside the circle. Good steal again from Argentina. Marino across the face of goal. And that was a really good defence. Lynch stepping forward with Fitzpatrick, and they both, between them, got it away. Alonso lays it back. Von der Heide into the circle. It goes, still alive inside the D for Argentina. Lifted over the keeper. What a finish that was. Well, we were saying Maria Granato could do special things. That was unbelievable. It looked as if there was no space for her to get the goal away. So Ashley Wells beaten. But watch this from Granato. Wins possession, goes past Jodie Kenny, and then just flicks it over the shoulder of the advancing Wells and into the roof of the net. And Argentina are back in the match. Well, the ideal response after half-time from Argentina. And a little bit of relief on the face of Granato as well. Australia, 2-0 against a team like Argentina is never enough. You've got to be careful. Argentina desperately wanting to win the Champions Trophy once again. They've had the most wins in the Women's Champions Trophy. 7 times they've lifted the trophy. Australia have won it 6 and the Netherlands have won it 6. It was Argentina who won it the last time out in London with a 2-1 victory over the Netherlands. Looking to get on the end of that is Claxton. She was in a foot race. In the end, it was one issue. She was better off losing because the ball was put over the side by Argentina. Just miscontrolled. Argentina again survived that attack. Von der Heide just moved her hands down the stick to club that one forward. It's almost as if the hockey ruse, as Australia are known, seem to be hunting in packs. They just, the minute one of the Argentina players looks to get away, they just close in a pincer movement. 2 or 3 of them. Malone and the pressure, Kershaw. Here you see it now, there's 2 players there, and if she comes across the pitch, the third one just closing down that avenue of opportunity. Now it comes out to Borzolini. Her pass is thrown in the air, brought down edge of the circle. Australia's free hit. McMahon again, showing how consistent she is. Laxton just trying to deflect that one forward, but Comerford couldn't keep it in play. Argentina now with another good chance to go on the attack. Australia survive again. Kershaw, oh, lovely skills Just ghosted past that player, now finds Malone. Malone spins away from the first tackle, looking to feed it back to Kershaw. Kershaw into the foot, penalty corner. Well, what a run from Stephanie Kershaw, combining so well with Rosie Malone as well. Australia get their first penalty corner of the match. Well, there was very little that the defender could do there. Valencia Habib, culprit this time. So Greiner makes her way down to the baseline to inject Jodie Kenny at the top of the circle at the first battery, with Claxton stopping for her. Kershaw stopping at the second for Fitzpatrick. Goes to Kenny outside the D. She strikes it, but she strikes it wide of the left-hand post of Belensucci's goal. That one went straight into the foot of Gorzaleni. Here's Kenny's shot. Succi logging early. Comerford now on the ball for Australia. Goes backwards to Hayley Paget. Paget running into the space, which then created actually more space for Penny Squibb, who was found by McMahon. A lovely deflection into the path of Paget, and over the baseline it goes off the stick of Alonso. Oh, no, it's not. It's been given as a 16, and Paget was questioning that. Australia seem to have settled after conceding that goal. They haven't panicked. Taking the game again to Argentina. Played a lot of the hockey in Argentina's half. Greiner conceding the free hit. Was warned as well not to play the ball after the whistle goes, or she'll find herself on the side for a couple of minutes. Wanda Hyder, she played it straight into the stick of Greiner, but luckily for Argentina, the ball came back to them, and that's a really good pass out wide from Gorzaleni. Through the gap, McMahon cleaning up for Australia on the baseline, needs to just flick it out. She's conceded the long corner. Wanda Hyder. Squares the pass again. Habib. Hyder just got it at the second attempt. And they'll look to slap this one into the circle. In fact, no, pushed out wide onto the right-hand side. Kept in play and then off the Australian stick. It was off the foot, so it'll be a free hit just outside the D. Must travel 5 meters. Stolen back superbly and saved by Wells, who kicks it clear. Another long corner conceded. Needs to be further infield, I think. And the umpire seems happy with that. Wanda Hyder accelerating towards the circle, looks to fire that one in, and a shot will come in. It's gone a long way wide, but it was Julieta Jankus again with the good shot on the run. This is a good spell of pressure by Argentina. Played forward by Florencia Habib, and another long corner conceded. So Australia's concentration holding out at the moment. We've got 2 balls on the pitch again.
Ivona?
Yes?
They're asking for a foot in the circle.
Okay.
So Argentina asking for a foot in the circle. Ivona Makar from Croatia, the video umpire. First time she's been called into action really in this match. Does this clip the foot? And it looked as if it caught the shin pad. The question is, how high was it? Catches the first shin pad. Looks like it's the may catch the knee at the back. Now there you go, it's fairly low, I think, there. Rebecca Greiner. To me, that should be a penalty corner. Angle though, very hard to tell.
Celine, I have a decision for you.
Yes.
It was dangerous, so it's a free hit for defense.
Thank you.
And they lose it.
So they lose their referral, Argentina. That shows what I know. Thought it came off the first shin, then went into the knee. Just looked as if the angle changed. So both teams have one referral. If you see underneath Argentina's name, it should go red very soon, as they've lost that referral. Argentina still trying to find a way through a resolute Australian defence as we approach the final 5 minutes of the third quarter. They're at the moment clinging to their lead. Substitutes down below us all lined up, ready to come on. 4 from each side as Australia ring the changes, and Rosie Malone's back out there. Man, infield she goes. Greiner under immense pressure. 3 Argentinian players closing her down. McMahon put pressure on as well. Squibb gets it down the line, and Malone, I think, just let that one run because she knew she was going to get boxed in as well. There's Delaney. Launches it high down the pitch. Good discipline from Granato. Just go into that 5-metre space. Free hit won by Argentina. Marino. Freddy Bones stick, another long corner. Back to Von der Heide. She changes direction, goes back to the right-hand side. Habib carries forward. Habib looks to fire that one into the deep. Picked out Granato well. What a tackle. Emily Smith timed that to perfection. Granato, though, still in possession, tries to go round the baseline, but off the stick it goes of Penny Squibb. In fact, its last touch was off Granato. Christine Corradini pacing down below us. Who's riding every tackle that's made as Granato again goes inside the circle. Got a little bit hunched up, couldn't get the shot away, played it forward, and then into the foot it went. Empire. Schmitz, very quick to blow. Granato there. There's no doubt there was a foot there. Paris. Launches one high. Von der Heide brings it down and carries forward for Argentina. She's been a real spark from the back line coming forward as well. Gets the return pass. Von der Heide again, it's a good pass forward. Danger for Australia into the D, and it's gone. Well, what did that ricochet off? Was it off the post? Must have been. Played on quickly anyway. Argentina thirsty. And they were looking to quench that thirst with a goal. Oh, Marino must be wondering what they've got to do to score. Great run through the heart of the midfield. Second entry's now 11 for Argentina. Shows how they've just lifted the tempo in this third quarter. Australia, just the 6. Here's the shot. And it hit the back post. Would you believe it? Beats the keeper, and it hits the back post and ricochets out off the corner of the upright. And a penalty corner now given to Argentina. Australia questioning it, but they're under a lot of pressure at the moment. The professional foul, Granato just blocked her. Kershaw just sticking a stick in the way. So is this where Argentina managed to pull level? Ash Wells under the bar. Zeleny at the first battery. Oh, it's a fluffed pass out. And a good block by Claxton on Marino's effort. And Argentina into the circle it goes, find a foot again. That time it was the foot of Jodie Kenny, so applying the pressure and keeping it on Australia. Beef makes her way back down to the baseline, hoping for a better injection this time around. Waiting for the whistle. Everybody's in position early. Don't see that too often. Deflected, it's gone into a foot, it's then lifted up. Well, it was a good save by Wells, who logged early. And it was pushed wide, and it came. The deflection was there in front of the keeper, but unfortunately for Argentina, Wells was right in front and took the full brunt of it in the body. Very slow to her feet. Last 40 seconds now of the third quarter. Argentina have given themselves a lifeline with that goal. Can they find a second in that final 15 minutes and get a draw, or can Australia hang on or even go on and get another goal and assure themselves of a victory? Granato penalised there for the challenge on Nobbs. It's just deflecting off the side of the pitch. Zeleny managing to find Marino. Marino accelerating over the 23-metre line, just checks back and the hooter goes, and Marino playing that just after the whistle, and she might get in a bit of trouble for that. Well, Corradini is absolutely livid because a card has been issued to Maria Ortiz, but I think it's the wrong player, because I think it was Marino who played that, as we just see the goal from Granato again. Wonderful skills from Maria Granato and a wonderful finish, and that has really given Argentina a chance to get back in this game. This was Marino, hit the inside of the far post and it ricocheted back. It looked as if it had to be a goal, and somehow Australia survived. So Argentina may feel a little hard done by. They certainly feel a little hard done by. And in fact, I think they've corrected things now, that it's as Ortiz is back out there, and Marino is in fact going to take her seat on the sin bin. So the captain was eventually penalised, and the mistaken identity sorted out. So Delfina Marino with 2 minutes on the side. To just think about that rush of blood to the head as she just smashed the ball. And Argentina, in fact, had 11 players out there, so they've now only got 10. So everything sorted out. A confusing start to the final quarter of this match, Australia versus Argentina. Argentina push back, looking to try and get on level terms. You don't want to be losing your opening game in the Champions Trophy. Good break forward now by Habib. Habib gets a little bit of space. Didn't get the purchase she wanted. Shot. Wells just deflects it wide.
Wait. Take the ball.
Another good start for Argentina in this second quarter. Alonso had to go backwards. Valencia Habib plays it wide, and Gonzalez manages to get the ball down the baseline. Played across into the D, but it just went over the baseline. We seem to be having a lot of balls thrown on the pitch at the moment. It's every time it goes out of play, we are ending up with two. Hopefully we can sort that out. Just disrupting the flow a little bit as Caballero breaks forward again for Argentina. One hand on the stick, lays it back. Australia again hanging on, defending. Gonzalez. That one into the circle, it's alive again across the face of goal. And no one could get the final touch. A long corner has been awarded. I just feel the goal has got to come Argentina's way. The amount of pressure they are putting on Australia at the moment is Granato off the back foot, drilled that one into the D. Caballero had it under control, but then had it stolen off her stick. Australia now trying to play it out of their defence and get the free hit.
It's okay.
Emily Smith cuts in from the right-hand side. She's going to lose out, though. Habib getting the ball back for Argentina. And the good news is Marino's back on if you're an Argentina fan as the ball comes to Gonzalez. Under Hyder. Good run forward for Florencia Habib, looking to just play that square, catches a foot. Free hit Argentina. Carries it the 5 meters, into the circle it goes. Collected, played square, into the side of the net. Again, so close for Argentina, but no prizes as yet. Valero gets the final touch. It just goes the wrong side of Wells. Well, they've hit the post, they've hit the outside of the goal. And they get one that actually goes in the goal. Gonzalez breaking forward again, chased by Kershaw. Squares the ball. That was lifted dangerously by Souze. Australia have hardly been out of their own half in this fourth quarter. 4 minutes gone.
At the 23. Stop the ball.
Good. Let that one run past her. It's been won by Argentina. Malone. Florencia Habib wants to play on Malone. Stopped her doing so. Malone may get caution about that a little bit later when play stops. Renato now puts it into the leg of...
Australia number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is Rosie Malone. She's got a green card. She wasn't 5 meters, and she obstructed Florencia Habib from playing on quickly. So 2 minutes on the side. Australia down to 10 when they really need all 11 out there. Malone just watching on from the side, such a fierce competitor. Carry that forward with Greta Hayes. Hayes stayed calm, plays it into the foot. Almost an admission straight away from Sauzea. She just turned around and ran back. Comerford sees the ball again, looks to run infield. Pass though, finds McMahon. McMahon stays calm, feeds it out to the left-hand side. A good deflection now to top of the circle. Greiner gets the free hit. So a rare foray into the final 23 meters of Argentina's half. Maddie Fitzpatrick though just deemed to have kicked the ball. She didn't look like she agreed with that decision. Argentina again. Florencia Habib looking for options. Australia closed down at the moment. Back to Habib again. That's from her down the right-hand side. There's a lot of sticks going in. On is the call. Appeals for a penalty corner from Argentina. They've not got a referral, so they've got to play on. That was great anticipation inside the circle. And oh dear, Von der Heide. I think she may well. It's deemed an accident. Kershaw doesn't complain. To be fair, just stood their ground and was prepared to accept whatever came her way. Penalty corner given this time against Gorzaleni for her foul on Greta Hayes. So just the shove in the back. Agostina Gorzaleni just a little bit over committing in that challenge. So Australia now with their second penalty corner of the match. Rebecca Greiner making her way down to the baseline. Jodie Kenny at the first bash and Penny Squibb at the second. And they go to Kenny as usual. Will Squibb get a chance? They go to Kenny, stopped by Smith. And great defensive save on the line. I think that was Habib who just managed to clear that. Superb. Watched it all the way onto a stick as it was firing into the goal. And you'll see it better this way. Great save. It was indeed Habib. It was Florencia Habib on the line. Watched it all the way, stick a long way away from her body to make sure it didn't go into her body. So obviously it would have been a penalty stroke with the keeper beat and the ball heading into the back of the net. So brilliant save from Florencia Habib. And Argentina need to get down the other end. Sanchez plays it forward. Just doesn't find a teammate. Just ran away there from Julieta Yankunis. It's pulled down well by Gorzaleni. Touched all the way by Caitlin Nobbs. Australia looking to break forward. 6.5 minutes left in this match. Australia hanging on. Good steal again from Ortiz. Ortiz going to just leave the ball behind for Fernandez, but it was well read by Australia, and now they look to go on the attack. Eddie Bone was the one who read it so well. Now she's over the ball now, flicks it in the air. Play on is the call as Greiner and Von der Heide both had their sticks high, then just left behind Greta Hayes. Argentina steal it back, played into the body of Paget, but too high, and now driving towards the circles, Lily Brazel. She's had it stolen off of her. And Granato can't keep it under control, deflects over the side of the pitch.
Let's play.
Malone played it into Granato. Granato, that was all stick. Brave challenge from her, jumping in the air. Bone again from the side. Goes back to Carrie McMahon. Looking for the deflection. It's deflected straight to Argentina. Rocio Sanchez feeds Granato. Running up ahead though. It's coming from Trinchinetti. Brazel under pressure and gets the free hit. Ortiz, the player, penalised for Argentina for just leaning in the back of her. Brazel again, Trinchinetti applying pressure. McMahon faced by Granato, has to go infield. Voices on the Argentina bench, just getting that little bit more desperate. You will know that you really need to get a result in your opening game in these Champions Trophies. It is, of course, a round robin, all 6 teams playing each other. And then the top 2 play in the final in a league ladder situation. The 3rd and 4th playoff for bronze, and into the circle it goes. Malone, free hit just outside the D, just catching a foot. Deflected towards Malone, but Smith couldn't find it. Smith, though, has the ball now across the face of goal. Good defense again from Agustina Habib. Smith steals it again. And von der Heide sweeps it wide. And von der Heide has something to say to the umpire. She might get spoken to. No, maybe not. So Australia eating up time. Free hit to them down by the corner flag. Granato working so hard defensively. Giving possession away again, but blocks the strike towards the D. Penalised though. Nobbs. Back to Nobbs again. In fact, she's missed it. So Argentina suddenly surge forward. Jodie Kenny is the first one back. Fitzpatrick again is surrounded. Brazel will be put under pressure, but she plays the pass but doesn't find him. It goes out over the side, so Argentina ball. We've got just over 2.5 minutes left. Argentina looking for the equaliser. Along the baseline they go. Still in is the call, and Kenny takes the ball away. Argentina, though, closing down, sticks low to the ground, but penalised once more. And Australia, Jodie Kenny will launch this, I'm sure, in the air and just try and get it away from the goal. And she's launched it in the air, but square of the pitch, and that's been intercepted well. Chance to break forward now for Sanchez. Sanchez, though, the best she can do is get a long corner. In fact, no, it's a 16 being awarded. She thought it was a long corner. And he tries the aerial pass again. It's cut out by Habib. Habib bursting forward now for Argentina. Brilliant by Nobbs. Reverse stick, just intercepting that. Comes to Nobbs from Malone. Good pass. Now Kershaw just spins away, creates a bit of space. Claxton and Kershaw looking to combine. It was almost stolen away by Florencia, not Florencia, Souza it was, my apologies. Maddie Fitzpatrick stays calm. Stolen. Granato getting into the circle. And it's clipped her feet. You could sense the crowd excitement getting on the edge of their seats as Granato took that towards the D. It just clipped her foot. Good tackling coming from Nobbs and Penny Squibb combined. Von der Heide. It's going to ask a lot, but it's Marino who'll keep it in play. Marino faces Nobbs, goes past her. Good covering play, though, by Maddie Fitzpatrick. Desperately wanting the ball back is Argentina, and they've got the free hit. They want the ball quickly. The clock is counting down. They need that equaliser. Malone jumps in the air. It's into the circle. They've got it in there. Across the face of goal. Wells makes a save. Long corner. Wow. What a save to make at that point in the match. It wasn't the hardest, but she had to make sure it was good and not hit any of her teammates. Still with Argentina, 20 seconds left on the clock. Reverse stick, no, it's lifted. And that will be that. It's dangerous. And Australia will eat up some time. Edwina Bone urged to get on with things quickly by the umpire. And it goes in the air. And there is the hooter. And it's a good victory for Australia. The first victory by any team so far in the tournament. And Argentina will be frustrated as they are faced with a defeat in this opening match. But what a game it turned out to be. Australia were under the cosh for the second half, but they managed to prevail. The final score, Australia 2, Argentina 1. Well, what a match, and Argentina could feel a little bit hard done by. Marino hit the post, although Florencia Habib made a brilliant save on the line from a penalty corner. This was von der Heide coming forward, fed to Granato. Granato beat two defenders and then lifted it past Ashley Wells to make it 2-1 and give Argentina hope to get back in this match. Such a determined player, low centre of gravity, so quick on her feet, so skillful. And that was a top-class goal by Maria Granato. And Argentina kept coming. This was the captain, Marino. What a shot it was. It was, again, a wonderful pass to her inside the circle. She beat Wells. It ricocheted off the inside of the far post and came back into play. And they must have felt that they were going to get the equaliser there. Then Habib, top of the circle, it came back and another shot, and Wells had to save this time to deny Alonso. Alonso with a little bit of space, took it early, and Wells just shifting across to her left-hand side. And that one just going wide of the back post, no one able to get the touch. Low down, and it just bobbled away. And with it also went Argentina's opportunities. Habib into the circle, cross it came again, and then the wrong side of the post. Wells doing well though. Wells coming out and closing down the angle, making it very difficult to have any sort of area to shoot to. This was the brilliant save on the line from Florencia Habib. Goalkeeper Belensucci beaten. Florencia Habib, though, watched it all the way onto a stick and deflected it wide. Great work by the defender because that was coming at pace. Take a look at the stats now and you'll see how dominant Argentina were. 55% possession in the opposition's half. They even had 3 penalty corners in the match, 18 circle entries for 8 shots, but they could only get the 1 goal. Australia 4 shots from 7 per circle entries. What a game we've just witnessed. And a really good performance by Australia. Well, Paul Godoyne is down pitch side with us. And Paul, you must be very happy to get the tournament off to a winning start.
Yeah, extremely happy with the win. Certainly, I don't think we played that well in the second half, but look, pleasing to score some field goals there early in the first half. Yeah, plenty to look at moving into Great Britain tomorrow.
You may be disappointed with the way you played in the second half, but it showed great defensive qualities. Your team really dug deep.
Yeah, I think we did. We certainly showed some grit, and I think we just need to make sure we're smarter in how we cope with being 1-0 up or 2-1 up, whatever it is. Lots of learning that we can take out of that.
But in a tournament like this, you will know yourself, to get a win in that opening game, so important, isn't it, to set you up to maybe play in the gold medal game in a week's time.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the gold medal yet. We'll focus on Great Britain, but certainly winning in the first game is crucial, and we know how good Argentina are. They're a quality team, as we know.
Well, thanks very much, Paul, and congratulations on notching your first win.
Thanks, Ash.
Well, that was Paul Godoyne, the coach of Australia, as they were victorious over Argentina by 2-1. Coming up next is the Netherlands versus Japan. Make sure you join us. it.